All right. All right, so we are on location. This is from the stands, P&W. You could probably guess if you see the background, race cars behind us, but we are at the race shop of Big Sexy Motorsports out in Bow. This is Bow, right? Still? Alger, Bow? Alger, Bow. So we have a couple interviews set up, and I'm excited for this first one because it's probably the most fascinating interview I've given to this point. You probably recognize or have seen this gentleman running around either Deming Skagit or Grays Harbor Raceway, and you might not know his name or what he exactly is doing at the track, but for the folks at home, why don't you introduce yourself? Give us, because your job is unique, because it's like dual. So talk about where you work, who you work for, and that whole thing.
Okay. I'm Jordan. I'm the owner of JLW Photography, and I'm the photographer and media marketing manager for Big Sexy Motorsports.
So, but you also turn a wrench too, right?
I do.
For Adam and his team. And I think that's the most, when Stacy told me that we were going to talk about you being a photographer as well as being a crew member, I thought this is like the most dynamic, I think, job I've heard of so far in racing.
It's fun.
So let me ask, like, crew-wise, like wrench turning, what do you do for the team specifically?
So last year I was only allowed to do tires because that's where everyone starts.
Okay.
And then this year I've done a lot of body work and just fixing stuff, and I recently just started doing axles and changing gears.
So are you doing photography work every week for the team, right?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
That's an every weekend kind of situation?
Yeah.
At what point do you put the wrench down, or is there a point you put the wrench down and go into photography?
Right after the pit meeting.
Oh, really? So literally right when that's done, it's a change of hat, and there you go.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when we were talking with Adam about once the driver meeting over, that nice guy is like over, and
It's time to get to
yeah.
work.
What do you like? Do you prefer being a crew member or photographer? I know that might be
That's
hard, but
I like doing both.
Okay.
I think it's a good mix, especially like I get to the track and I help set up and get everything where it needs to be. And then
Plus, it's so different too, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, like that's cool because you're getting all kinds of experience at the track.
Yeah, it feels weird going when he's not there and I just go straight to doing photos.
Sure, yeah.
Instead of like
I could
working on the
imagine.
car and then going and doing photos.
I could imagine. Well, I'm curious. So I'm looking at my note. I know I said that I wing this, but not for this interview because I got some specifics I really want to know with this. So we talked about being an unusual combo. When did you start doing, like, what came first, the mechanic or the photography?
I
And
actually started racing first.
Oh, really?
I raced a Hornet for a year.
Okay.
And then was an idiot and rolled it. So then I quit doing that because my dad did the same thing when he was younger.
You're one of the few people that probably have rolled a Hornet, right? I don't think I've ever seen one.
There's a good amount of people
Really?
who roll the Hornet.
Wow.
I think Adam might be one of those few people
Rolled a Hornet?
that has rolled a Hornet.
So that was last year, you said, right?
I started racing in 2023.
2020, okay.
And then after that, I started working for Adam in 2024.
Mhm.
I started just doing photos in the pits. And then
For the team?
Yeah, just for the team. I didn't work for anyone else. It was just strictly for him.
Sure.
And then I applied with the track and got hired not hired, but started working for
They gave you your media pass.
Yeah, they gave me all the
and
media
you-
pass
yeah,
and stuff to do
you
that.
Go down and.
So then I can do photos and work on the car.
What's harder though, working on the car or
Working on the car is a lot harder
than doing the
because
photos?
if you screw up early in the night, it messes everything up.
I can imagine. It's probably way more pressure filled, right?
100%.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the first race that you photographed? Do you remember what that was?
I think it was Adam's topless night when we take the roofs off the modifieds.
Okay, I was hoping it wasn't. He went shirtless.
I honestly don't know with him sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you sometimes wonder, right?
Sometimes I do wonder. But I think that was the first night I like fully was into it, and I wasn't even really interested in working on the cars at that point.
Sure.
So I was kind of just taking photos. I like being at the racetrack and I like taking photos, and I was like, let's just do both.
So do you find yourself getting absorbed, like when you're looking through the photo lens, just being caught up in what's happening in front of you, like through the lens, rather than what's going on around you.
Yeah, like I'll
Yeah.
follow a car through the whole corner just because I know that car can hold its line really well and just look really good racing other people.
So do you like more the cars going through the corner? Do you enjoy more like when it's victory lane kind of photo? Like what do you prefer? Probably the corner stuff, right?
Corner, because that's where a lot of people like to pass. I mean, there's passing on the front stretch, but it doesn't look as good. Like slide jobs are absolutely great to get photos of. And
if people don't understand dirt track racing, I know if you look up, like you just say the word slide job, people kind of look at you funny, but you look it up, it is some crazy, I think that is the mark for dirt track racing. Both, I mean, I don't care what modified class you're running, late model, sprint car, the slide job is the ultimate.
Like, ultimate passing
move. It's crazy.
Especially if you can stick it.
Because a lot of it's pray, like just slide and pray, right?
Kind of. I mean, you got to find grip.
Sure.
With these cars especially, there's a lot of like setup and grip that goes into it. So are we going to slide up and the top's going to have grip for the car to hook and just take away? Or is it we're going to slide up and it's not going to catch grip and we're going to get past again?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome. What is the hardest like shot to get at Skagit, have you noticed?
410 sprint cars.
Like what part of it though is the
entering and exiting corners?
Oh yeah,
because they're entering so quick, and when they exit, that's when they're catching a lot of grip and just going.
What's your favorite to like photograph though?
Entering the corners. That's when the sprint cars have attitude.
But what class though do you prefer?
410s.
410s, yeah. So that's kind of that trick, right? Where you have a quick, small amount of time to be able to get the picture.
Yeah.
Because they're in and out so damn quick.
Exactly.
Yeah. Especially
like entering turn 3 and 4 at Skagit. Their car's just entering the corner. It's just a lot of attitude, and it looks really good if you can get the sun behind it too.
Sure. Now, you also take photos up at Deming as well, right?
Yeah. It's off and on throughout the year.
When was the last time you were at Deming doing photos?
I think it was like last month. I was working for the Cook family.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Cook. She drives the number 17.
Sure.
Working for them is fun too, because I've always just liked working for them, and they're super polite and super nice.
So how is the difference shooting at Deming than to Skagit?
Their cars are just so much bigger.
Yeah.
Skagit.
Yeah.
Deming, they're so much smaller, and I feel like they have a lot more speed.
It's almost like it's just as difficult. I find that it's a different kind of difficult, but
yeah,
it's just as hard.
I actually find midgets easier to shoot at Deming than I do Skagit.
Really? Wow.
I've gone
because they're wide open at Skagit, right? Like
yeah.
It almost now, as for the untrained eye like myself, it almost seems like the Northwest Focus, they're a little bit too big for Deming, but they're quite not big enough for Skagit.
I think they're perfect for Deming. I think they're a little too big for Skagit, a little too small, like horsepower-wise for Skagit. But, I mean, they threw a good show either way.
Sure. No, I get it. So outside of the track, what do you like? I mean, obviously you got to have hobbies and things of that nature, unless Adam's a slave driver and working it constantly. But as he's giggling in the background, I don't think that's happening. So what do you like to do when you're not working?
I like to go walk my dog.
Okay.
And just hang out with my family.
What's your dog's name?
Dog's name's Lily.
What kind of dog do you have?
She's a white lab.
Okay. Well, people are going to love that because racetrack community, they love their animals, especially 100%. Their dogs, though, right? Yeah.
Adam would have a dog if he could have one.
Would you have a dog, Adam?
Bulldog. Big fat bulldog.
The big sexy bulldog. I could see that. The BSB, baby. All right. So, as a crew member, what's your favorite memory? Like as a member, just wrench turner. What's your favorite when you close your eyes and brings a smile to your face? Have you had one yet?
Our camping trips. Our 2-day, 3-day shows. Those. They're just so much fun. We're spending time together, playing cards, just having. It's got a
family atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean this isn't just a race team; it's a family too.
Sure.
So when we go to like our 2-day shows, especially out of town 2-day shows, it's so much fun. We just sit there, we eat, we play cards. We talk about if you can improve the car or not, and just everything.
And everybody gets along.
Everyone gets along.
That's awesome. I love that. As a photographer, what is your favorite moment? Do you have one?
I was going to say last year when Rico swept high limit at Skagit.
You were down there for that?
I was down there for that, and that was amazing to watch and just be a part of.
Yeah, he's definitely next level though, right? Like watching him, yeah.
And he's super nice too.
Oh, he's a good dude. Yeah,
100%.
would love to have him on the show if he ever, sticks around long enough because he's busy. He's
Always.
super busy. So here's a two-parter for you, and I'm curious. So if you had an opportunity anywhere in the country to be a crew member, could be any class of race, it could be NASCAR, F1, working with a modified anywhere, what would be a dream job for you?
I would have to say a modified, and I don't know who, because there's so many good like modified teams. But I would say Kenny Wallace is probably a really good one. He's a really good choice.
That'd be a personality and a half, right?
He's so funny.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. And what about as a photographer? What would be the ultimate race that you would want to be there to photograph?
The Dream at Eldora.
Eldora, nice. I love that. Would you be more the corner, or would you? Because Victory Lane celebrations at Eldora are pretty special.
Oh yeah.
And so it's kind of hard to. Would it be hard to choose between the two?
I think it would.
Yeah.
Because the front straightaway, when it comes to the checkered flag, you never know who's really going to win.
Sure.
Because they have some really good racing over there.
So, well, I appreciate you taking the time out to do all this. I know that you guys are busy because you guys have a race coming up. You guys leave tomorrow, right?
We leave Saturday morning to go practice at Elma just to get a good feel. And then we have our modified nationals next weekend.
Yeah, so you guys will be there all week.
Yeah, pretty much.
What is it? Have you been there doing this before? What
Yeah.
does your guys' schedule look like when you go to do that? Like you as a crew member and also as a photographer, what?
Get to the track, unload the car, especially on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
So we unload everything, get everything ready for when our crew chief gets to the track. He can just find what he needs to find and just start working right away.
Sure.
If he needs to make a change, he'll just do it right there and get everything done. And then if we're not staying the night, pack up the car and just head straight home.
Okay.
So I think that's what we're doing this weekend, and then we'll be back down there Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay.
Just to, everyone will get to chill out, hang out before a big race.
So I'm curious, on the days that you guys go down and then you do come back, are you just crew member only hat, or are you taking photos as well?
I'm doing photos as well.
Okay.
So I do same thing at Skagit. After the pit meeting, it's straight photography. And media and keeping the fans posted, because not everyone can make it to the racetrack.
Sure.
Especially like if we're up here and we go down there, not everyone can follow.
Yeah. So before I get into our viewer, because there was a cool viewer question that they had for you, but I'm curious if you had any race of the past that you could photograph. It could be any race, any NASCAR, IndyCar, whatever. Would there be like a dream that if you could go back in time that you would love to photograph?
That's a really good question.
I thought so.
I'd have to say any of the dome races.
Like the Chili Bowl?
No, it's the Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Oh, okay.
At the dome. I think any of those races, if I was just able to do at least one of them, it'd be something that I would never forget.
Sure. So our viewer question was kind of curious because we had the same viewer question that had actually asked a question for Adam, but also had the same question for you. They were fascinated by the dynamic of you being a crew member and also picking up the camera and doing that. But one of the things that a lot of fans have a problem getting is seeing photos and they don't know quite outside of like racetrack websites where to go. Our fan Dave, who was curious, wanted to know where can he see Big Sexy Motorsports, in particular the photos that you're doing, where can those be seen at?
We post one or two at least a week just to give fans updates. So the Big Sexy Motorsports on Facebook, Big Sexy Motorsports on TikTok and Instagram as well.
Okay.
And we post weekly on those just to keep everyone updated on what's going on.
And then are you keeping fans updated on social media when you guys are traveling and are at Skagit and all of that? Are you posting pictures and stuff too with the social media? So.
Yeah, I post a picture with every single post.
So anybody who's looking to get updates while they're running, they do them while they're doing it. And it's this man here that's taking the photos and posting them up. So I want to thank you for taking time out for us and kind of helping set this interview up today. I have to admit, I'm loving being here to do this. So I wanted to thank you for, because most people don't know us from Adam. us being
Yeah.
new in the game, and for somebody to be like, yeah, come on down and have a talk with us, I thought was awesome, and I'll forever be grateful. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I have to thank you too. I mean, this is the first time I've done something like this, and I think it's a great experience.
Which is a shame because you have a great job, and fans want to know what's going on behind the scenes. So I think this insight is pretty neat, and I can't wait for the fans to hear about it. So anyway, so we're going to be back here in a minute. We're going to be sitting down with Adam, the head of Big Sexy Motorsports. I got a couple pages of questions for him, plus some viewer questions. So you're going to want to stick around after these messages. Thanks so much for watching our latest creation from the stands, P&W. So you're probably wondering who's responsible for creating this podcast. Well, that would be Jimmy and Stacy. Who is the guy in front of the microphone all the time? Well, that would be Jimmy. Who's producing our episodes? Well, that will be Jimmy and Stacy. Who am I talking to on the social media side, and who's creating all that wonderful social media? Well, that would be Stacy. A special thanks goes out to Top Shelf Galaxy Productions, and of course, a special shout out to Ice by Stacy Media for all the great graphics and animations. So please like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when our latest hits the airwaves. You can find us across all social media platforms at From the Stands PNW. Once again, thank you so much for watching.